I went ahead and created the back arm and the back leg for my little armature here, and I applied a custom material that only is serving to help me visually understand which is the foreground leg and which is the background leg. I cannot recommend this enough. If we don't do this, there's going to be an optical illusion. You're going to have a hard time visually understanding which leg is taking the step and which one is serving as the plant foot on the ground. By having a color coding system as something as simpler as foreground, background, it's going to make animating a lot easier. There's also one other thing that we're going to do in here before we put all these parts and pieces back together. Since I got them all kind of ripped apart from each other, I'm going to put the arms on their own animation layer. Let's go ahead and do that real fast. Create a new animation layer. Call this one Arms. That way I can focus all of my energy on the torso and the legs. So let's move this stroke, hit the M key to move it into the arms layer. We'll do the same thing on this other guy, this other arm. Very carefully select its pieces, hit the M key and move it to the arms layer. Let's just double check, make sure we're good. Yep, all right, rock and roll, I like that. Let's just grab all these pieces, put them back. And there's one other thing that we need to do. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the leg here in a minute. But as you can see, when I duplicated this arm and color-coded it, it's still sitting in the exact same view order as the foreground arm. Well, this is the background arm. So there's one additional thing that we need to do. Of course, we're going to go into the Stroke pull-down menu, Arrange, and of course, we're going to do Send to Back. And now, oops, maybe I didn't hit it. Let's try that one more time. Arrange, Send to Back. Oops, looks like because it's on its own animation layer, I'm not getting exactly what I want. So that's okay. No big deal. We'll roll with it because what we'll do, we'll just change the animation layer order. But now it does all of them, which is not exactly what I want to do. So here's the solution. We're going to have the foreground arm on its own animation layer. Let's just grab its pieces. There we go. We'll hit the M key. We're going to create a new layer. Call this foreground arm. There we go. And this one, once I create it, there we go. It's going to go at the top. Yeah. And now we can see what we got here. So we're going to do the exact same thing with the leg. We'll have a foreground leg layer and we'll have a background leg layer. Let's make this part of our interface just a little bit bigger so you can see how this is all working. So this isn't arms anymore. This is, let's call this background arm or back arm. And let's make a foreground arm or foreground leg, excuse me. And while we're in the animation layer palette, let's also make a back leg. This is really going to help us out. Let's jump back into edit mode and start moving these pieces into the appropriate animation layer. Not only is it going to adjust the view layer, it's also going to make it a little bit easier for us to animate as well. We'll still get the control that we're after, so it's all going to work out. So this is the back leg. Excellent. Oops. Let's grab it, move it into position, and it's already got the appropriate view layer. I like that. Now, foreground leg. Let's see. Have we got it? Nope, nothing in there. Let's grab all the pieces for that foreground leg. We'll very carefully grab the hip bone. We'll move it to the foreground leg layer. Go. And we'll need to change the view order. So the foreground pieces are going to be at the top. The character body is going to be in the middle. So the character is going to be kind of like sandwiched between the arms and the legs. And the confidence check that we'll need is just jumping into object mode. And if it visually looks correct, you have the order of all of your animation layers set correctly. If we jump back into edit mode, let me select my stroke here. If we jump back into edit mode, now we have a very intelligent system that allows us to quickly work because we can turn off the arms if we wanted to. We can also lock the arms. We can lock a layer very quickly. Let's just lock all the arm stuff so we don't accidentally mess with it. And it just gives us a very neat tool and a fast way of working without having to worry about selecting the wrong piece, the wrong appendage, and it's always going to be drawn correctly in the view order of the scene. So these are some of the scene optimizations that you'll want to think of when you're making your armature to make it easier for you to animate your character walking.